Fairy tales. Often whimsical, always memorable. Fairy tales are offered up by cultures the world over as a fine form of storytelling on whose pages can be found magic, excitement, romance, even salvation. Tell that to anyone but the fairy tale's main characters and they'd scoff at you. They might even punch you. What happens in the background of Happily Ever After? Often the fairy dust is reserved for a select few, while the rest of the towns, shires, and villages are left to fend for themselves, or worse, are blindsided by someone else's pursuit of their happily ever after. Their lives often dramatically and irreparably affected by all the magic in the air. Some characters from fairy tales have been well known for years, even centuries, but no one has given a good goddamn about their plight, even as it plays out right in front of their faces. In some cases, literally in front of their faces, staring right at them, in fact. For nobody knows better than today's subject that no matter how righteous, humble, strong, or generous a fairy tale character may appear, they are simply incapable of looking past themselves, and in the case of today's subject, seeing the tortured man who has been trapped in their mirror for longer than anyone would care to acknowledge. This is but a chapter in that tortured man's long, long story. Mirror, mirror on the wall. That couplet always broke my balls. You all know it. Who's the fairest of them all? And of course, 99 times out of 100, the answer is not you. Can we leave it there? But if someone were to ask me that question today, my response would be, who gives a shit? Stop agonizing over your beauty and go out into the world and try and become a better person, Because newsflash, beauty fades. Sometimes catastrophically, sometimes so profoundly that for all intents and purposes you might as well cease to exist. But I've not been able to levy that warning because no one has asked me who the fairest is for quite some time. Come to that, no one has asked me anything for a very, very long time. Ever since the invention of the television, I've become entirely obsolete. But before the old TV came round, I was the only window into the world and the cosmos. I could show you the deepest ocean, the tallest mountain, the stars in all their glory, the surface of the moon, places where men fear to tread, and so on. But the best thing about me was that I was exclusive. Only one wicked queen, one jealous king, one wizard, one warlock, one merchant, one person at a time could have me, and as a result, I was highly coveted and very, very well cared for. I have spent time placed on some of the most beautiful, exotic, exclusive walls from here to the ends of the earth. But now that everyone has a window to the world at their disposal in the form of their phone or computer or television, I have become so not exciting, so not sought after. It's a real drag. You want to see the French Riviera? Don't need a magic mirror to do that anymore. Just watch a travel show about it. Want to see what a beautiful person is up to? Reality TV it is. Want to see someone plotting revenge, competing furiously, fornicating loudly, true crime, sports, porn, it's all there. And before you talk to me about the personal specificity I might be able to offer as a magic mirror, let me tell you the way that it works. Say you walk up to me and say, "Mirror, I'd like to see that beautiful woman from the booksellers in the nude." Well, because we are glimpsing her life in real time through this mirror, I can almost guarantee that she will not be naked. She might be working, sleeping, walking, eating a sandwich, but as a result, you will not be getting that voyeuristic erotica you so desperately crave, and you too will turn away from me and toward your phone. No one needs me, yet here I am, trapped in this... what is this? Cosmic soup? Because it swirls around and sometimes changes colors, that must mean it's magic, right? Wrong. And this smoke, this fucking smoke, I have no idea where it's coming from. There's no source for it. It just billows in and billows out. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't feel like anything. What do I know? I'm just a fucking floating face. I don't have any physical feeling anymore. Just mental anguish and emotional turmoil. Because this is a punishment, this walled-off existence of mine. Make no mistake about it. You see, many years ago, I was a handsome, some might say, smoldering man about town who attracted the attention of many a townswoman. Unfortunately, I also attracted the attention of their frumpy, limp-dicked husbands who banded together to hire some shit-heel wizard named Leobarn or Lenobard or something to deal with me. When the wizard came upon me, I was in my home in front of the mirror preparing for an evening of romance. When he told me what these impotent men hired him to do, I was unmoved, at which point he sent me tumbling into the mirror I was standing in front of. I think he thought it was some sort of clever play on the Narcissus thing. Well, I thought it was pretty fucking lazy, to be honest. Oh, he's standing in front of a mirror, let's send him into the mirror. Pretty fucking limited. And that's just what it's been. Limited. I've recently figured out that if I concentrate harder than I ever have before, and I mean bear down like I'm taking the shit of the century, I can relocate to what I believe is a window in an urban sprawl somewhere. Here, watch, I'll show you. Here I am. This is as far as I can go, and it does me no good. Now, don't get me wrong, at first I was rather tickled to find myself anywhere else. But you can see it's pretty useless when you come right down to it. Oh, bugger all. So, if you are looking for a nefarious co-conspirator, or someone to simply egg you on in your dastardly plans, historically, I was your man. But my heart is not in it anymore, and I simply can't go on. So, should you come across this mirror, my mirror, I would consider it a grand and wonderful gesture if you'd smash it to pieces. Because believe me when I tell you that being a fairy tale character is not all it's cracked up to be. Not by a fucking long shot.